NFL 23.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week,
it's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
and it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Carr right away going to look to throw.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As long as you go through your problem. The drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Carr completes it, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that...
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first here this afternoon.
So they get the ball on the opening drive. They take it in for the score.
And how about setting the tone right away? Everyone talks about wanting to do that, but you always hear it in every locker room. First 5 minutes of the game, who's going to set the tone? Who's going to take control? Guess who just did?
Well, now on the next drive, when you score that quickly, or you're scored that quickly against, probably feel like you need to respond.
Yeah, without a doubt. In other words, you've actually put the pressure even more so on your opponent.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And a glance here at their cornerback standing 6'3".
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson. 17 carries, 71 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Well, this defense for the Raiders, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They'll go. It's Gibson. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Touchdown, Washington! His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong, only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to backpedal.
Hey, you turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
The Commander's going to retake the field for drive number 2. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. McClendon. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Off play action. McClendon.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this 1st quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on 1 throw.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
These 2 teams all tied after 1. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking in the 2nd level.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop it for an 8-yard loss.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield. And oftentimes, the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
Looking to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Ron Thornhill. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the road ahead a little bit more difficult now after that pick 6. So dealing with his deficit here, we'll see if he can try to make amends on this drive. 1st and 10. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Robinson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. first connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, and it's second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. McClendon. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll try and throw for it here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Raiders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know what they've always said? I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. Yeah. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
1 down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. Touchdown, Raiders! Isaiah McKenzie, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Raiders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
on as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So out comes Washington's offense to take over. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Howell. And he rifles one incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Normally I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
Fielded at the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Carr's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Carr now on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Seems like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, they got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Carr again.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. It's like, what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. A touchdown pass there for Jalen Hurts. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And they've got the lead.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line and able to get this out to the 25. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Second down, Howell now. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. Thomas brings it in. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 25 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Gibson again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Sam Howell
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
McManus's point after is good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that momentum stays in your camp.
95 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
On 2nd and a couple. Carr.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because you're afraid to old momentum. He's wondering if he should change sidelines about it right now. And if you don't come out here, guess what? He's going to make the trip to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He finds his man, complete. It's Fields.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
What a tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr able to find Waller. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Carr now on 1st down. And that's complete to Adams.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Carr now to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Here comes the Commanders' offense back onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 17-yard line.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Howell, another throw on 2nd down. That one is slant to McLaurin.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throw right side complete to Dotson.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a run-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
And once more, Howell back to the air.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Howell, quick slant to Brown. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
The gain of 6 makes it 3rd and 4.
Off play action. It's Howell. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Howell throwing on first down here. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. 2nd down, Howell back to pass. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, Howell. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Howell looking to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
4th down, Howell, desperation time. Touchdown, Washington. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
So out come the Raiders.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And this will be taken at the 13. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here we go now with Howell and the Commanders. Down by 11, just over 1:40 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Howell to throw.
He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here's Howell. Pass complete. Thomas.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
On 1st down, Howell.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, you know they're going to look his way in the 2-minute drill, but that time he was blanketed, and they forced the incompletion. May need some teammates to step up in this spot.
Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. Complete. It's Dotson.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Another throw for Howell.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll go play action. Howell.
Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Howell.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.